Disclaimer. This video is not done by any pundit, commentator or someone who's getting paid to talk. This is from a fan. Keeping it real always. Hello everyone. This particular video is for the prelims of UFC Covington versus Woodley. Let's start. So the first, we had three bantamweight fights. First one being Tyson versus Jerome Rivera. Now this one started good. In the first round we had Tyson coming out firing and finished this bout in the second round with just 34 seconds. After the first round, Tyson's corner actually asked him to throw more, and he took it, and just in 34 seconds he finished Rivera. It was a good fight till it lasted around 6 minutes. In the end, Tyson won by stoppage. Next on the prelims, we had Ewell versus Irwin Rivera. Now this bout was, I would say, went back and forth. Both the guys came out to win. They were going for the finish. This bout was something that the UFC stands for. Both men threw everything at each other. Ultimately, it was Ewell with his most significant strikes in all three rounds. He also used his bigger reach to actually keep distance from Rivera, and Rivera was dynamic. Both were talking to each other, and both fighters went for a finish. It was till the time I was watching it, it was fight of the night. And at the end, we went to the split decision, and it was Ewell who won the fight, but it was only on split decision. Just a quick one. Gilbert Burns, one of the welterweight contenders, was there in Rivera's corner. So this was his first job of the night. Next, we went to another bantamweight fight, which was Newson versus Randy Costa. This fight was a shorter fight, I would say. It only lasted for 41 seconds. Randy Costa that exploded with a kick. He actually faked a left hand and threw the kick, which Newson was not able to see at all. Now, this particular kick in real time sounded like a blast at the empty apex. So, boom! What a finish. Costa is definitely a future in the bantamweight. Great matches for him in the weight class if we look ahead. So this one went to Randy Costa by stoppage. So after these three fights in the bantamweight division, which were, I would say, one of the most stacked division in the UFC, good news, no cup checks till these three fights. The fourth fight of the prelim was a featherweight fight, which was Darrick Minner versus Laramie. This one also went quick. Minner actually put a guillotine choke, and Laramie did not have any answer and submitted. This lasted for 52 seconds only, and the Nebraskan native actually got the job done in 52 seconds. So it was Minner who won by submission in this one for the featherweight division. Next up, we went to the women's bantamweight division, and there we had Jessica-Rose Clark versus Sarah. Now, Sarah was making a debut in the UFC, and she got this contract through the Contender Series. This was a grappling masterpiece. Both girls were active and on each other. Jessica came game for this one, and on the third round, she gave a knee to Sarah and busted her nose. Now, busted means it was really busted. Now, she got some face work done before. Now this, because Sarah is going to get married in 3 weeks, so she definitely needs to get some face work done because of this shot. It was very hard to see Sarah go through the third round because this match had a talking point, because the referee actually stopped the match thinking that it was an illegal knee, but after seeing the replay, he came to the decision that it was a legal knee, and then he allowed the fight to continue. This seems to be the second mistake by the same referee which had the stomach kick issue last week. So this was there, and it seems to be the referee in dark waters now. So as I said, this was kind of a second mistake by the same referee, and I think so he would have some issues now. Sarah was ultimately finished in the last minute of the third round. I also heard Dana White shouting as well at the background that stopped the fight, because it was quite hard to see actually Sarah go through what she went. However, the winner in this one is Jessica-Rose Clark, and she won with a landslide. So it would be third win for Jessica and her first finish in the UFC. Jessica-Rose Clark won by stoppage. Next, we went to the women's flyweight division, in which we had Mayra versus Romero. So this was another quick fight. Arm choke by Mayra to get a win. She was great in transitions from triangle to arm, and was able to set up a finish from her back. She actually came back from surgeries, and then it made quite emotional for her, and that was clearly visible after the fight. And and this time Gilbert Burns actually did his second job for the night by being a translator for Mayra when she went for her interview. So Mayra would be a good, I would say, a future matchup for Valentina Shevchenko. So on this one, Mayra won by submission. Till now, the fights have been good in the prelims. I have thoroughly enjoyed them. Now we move on. We go to the next one, which is in the featherweight division. It was Mirsad versus Damon Jackson, and Mirsad came out hot and took Jackson down. There was an instant where Jackson actually had a Kimura on Mirsad, but Mirsad's shoulder actually went 90 degrees. And it was quite different to see actually, and I also heard Mirsad corner saying that that Jackson is flexible, and a stoppage was done, but Mirsad hit back of Jackson's head, which was illegal. Warning was given to Mirsad. Man, he was flexible to come out of it. Mirsad was giving some ground and pound in round one. He was able to get ground and pound for almost 3 minutes of the first round. He finished the round on Jackson's back with some hammer fist. So the first round he went, it was good for Mirsad. Jackson was asked to stop fighting from his back, from his corner, when he went for a break. In round two, Jackson started with a guillotine choke from his back, but Mirsad came out and took Jackson's back. It was a back and forth battle. Mirsad finished the round on Jackson's top. That's how we ended the round. In round three, Jackson got on the top and took a dominating position, put a mounted guillotine choke, and got a submission win. So Jackson showed his cardio to take the fight on the 3-day notice, and to go 3 rounds. He actually weathered the storm and put a great show. So this one went Damon Jackson, won by submission. With this, now we moved on to the final fight of the prelims, which was between Jordan Espinosa versus David Dvořák. This was the main event for the prelims, and in the featherweight, it is quite quick, and you don't know when it will end. It could end at a blink of an eye as well. These guys are very fast. So it started with Espinosa coming out hot from the corner, and they traded calf kicks after calf kicks after calf kicks. Both, I would say, outside, inside, both went even in the first round. I would say David was compact throughout the fight. He did not take any extra, I would say, risk, or he just had a game plan that he would only defend and go on counter. That is what he follows throughout the 3 rounds. So he played as per his game plan. So he did not, I would say, get away from it any time of the match. At the end of the first round, we had Espinosa's corner asking for more in and out from his end. In round 2, again some leg shots, and David was actually looking to take down and was not getting any chances with his defense. But Espinosa was the one who was moving ahead. This was a very sharp and calculated fight. Both men gave solid leg kicks. And David mostly played as a counter fighter who was moving ahead. Espinosa's leg seems compromised by the end of the second round. The numbers seems to be very close at the end of the second round, so we were still not sure who is going to win. So it was a good way to actually go to round 3. So in round 3, more kicks to Espinosa's chin. This bout was mostly a story of feints and leg kicks. We had almost like 1 minute was left. But anybody could have won. Both the men went for the finish. It was kind of a fight in which both fighters had their hands up after the bell rang. So both thought they won the fight. And we went to the judges, and the judges came out as Dvořák, who won the fight with unanimous decision. So this was a good fight, but yeah, could have been much better. According to me, I would say the fight of the night from the prelims is still the Ewell versus Rivera one. That was a good back and forth bout. And performance of the night, I would say, would actually be going to either Randy Costa, or I would say it would be either to Darrick Minner from the prelims. So now we are quite heated up with these 8 fights in the prelims for the main card, which has, I would say, one of the most anticipated grudge match between Woodley and Covington. So I would say thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.
Click on subscribe would be grateful. If you have any comments, requests, share them on the comment section. I will definitely go through them. Talk to you on the next one. Bye-bye.